Hello, my name is Amalia, and today I'll be walking you through the business and financial report for Bayer AG. Bayer AG is a German multinational life sciences and pharmaceutical company. It was founded in 1952 by the scientist Friedrich Bayer. Currently, it has a net worth of over $51.6 billion, and it's one of the biggest companies, marketed as number 102 in the Forbes 2000 largest companies in the world. Mission, vision, and corporate values. Bayer AG has the mission of science for a better life and the long-term vision of health for all, hunger for none. This company believes in driving innovation, the LIFE acronym of values which stand for leadership, integrity, flexibility, and efficiency, and to sustainably operate. They also have the strategic levers of shaping a leader, delivering world-class innovation, generating sustainable impact, and driving operational performance. Structure, ownership, and corporate governance at Bayer AG. This corporation is organized as a public holding company, and it's subdivided into 3 limited companies for pharmaceuticals, crop science, and consumer health. It is also divided into 392 companies around the world in 87 different countries. In regards to its corporate structure, it has a dual system of government between the Board of Management and the Supervisory Board. The Board of Management is in charge of managing the entire business and is made up of 5 members. The CEO of the entire company, Werner Baumann, and then the CEO of each division of the company, plus the CFO for financing. Basically, the Board of Management is in charge of managing daily operations and the flow of the business. And then the Supervisory Board, which is made up of 20 members, manages the activity of the Board of Management.
Hello, my name is Solange and I'm going to be talking to you about customers and marketing at Bayer's. One of the first thing is the 4 utilities, which is form, place, time, and possession. So it's very easy to get the Bayer's products. First of all, because the products have bright colors, the names are visible, and simple containers, so it's very appealable. Then we have a place, so all the products you can find them in a lot of locations and lots of retailers and hardware stores. And these stores have extended hours, which takes care of the time utility, which is that it's more available and they have a larger customer base. And as well, these products, they don't necessarily have a high price, as well as they don't necessarily need a prescription. Then, let me talk to you about the distribution strategy, which is how do the products get to the customer. So first of all, it's really important because it enables a better flow of everything, of the materials, and makes it more effective for the company. It's very important at Bayer's, and so first of all they divide the countries that they work in into territories and zones, so it's easier for the territory management to take care of sales, of product promotions, sales appraisals, rewards, and incentives. And then we have this division right here, which is first you have the distributor, then you have the dealers, then the retailers, and then it gets to the customer. So it's very important for Bayer's. Now let me talk to you about the employee and the organization of the workforce. First of all, corporate structure. And Bayer's is a very big company, so it has a lot of hierarchical levels to organize its workforce. And so first of all in countries, and then the division of business and service, the administration is also different, and also you have specializations, so you specialize in a certain type of product at Bayer's, so pharmaceutical, consumer health, crop science, and you work in that field. Then the culture, so Bayer's is a very global company, so it's a very diverse company, and so the employees come from everywhere. So we can see a very diverse company globally. More than 45% are from Europe, and then the rest is in a lot of Middle East and Africa, and then the rest is in a lot of zones. And as well, values, Bayer's have a lot of values and lots of advantages, which makes it more interesting for the employees to work at. And in their values, they have a big thing about human resources. They elect representative at all Bayer sites, but also they have a big gender balance in their company, which is very valuable because there's more women in leadership positions and in permanent jobs, which is even more of a success for Bayer's and the organization of their workforce. Thank you.
My name is Maria, and I'm going to walk you through the financial analysis of Bayer. While analyzing the 2018 and 2019 financial statements, the following has been observed. From the income statement, we can observe a rise of net sales and of gross profit, yet a decrease of operating income. From the balance sheet, we observed a decrease of long-term debt to capital ratio and of debt to equity ratio, but the company experienced an increase of gross margin. The CAPEX analysis indicates a decrease of depreciation and amortization cash flow, meaning that a monetary value of tangible and intangible assets decreased. Finally, while examining the ratios and matrix, we observed an overall increase of the current ratio, meaning that the company's profitability increased.
Hello, my name is Eduardo, and let me now guide you to the internal environment of the company. Let's focus first in the SWOT analysis. Bayer presents some strengths such as strong revenue growth, which may in turn increase the attractiveness for further investments. It also has a strong research and development department, which could create new products and therefore new customers in the long run. And it also has a strong distribution network, which was previously explained by my colleague Solange. And it's essential in order to expand the reach of the company. However, Bayer presents also a weakness, such as the lawsuits made by thousands of users due to the side effects of some Bayer's drugs. This could harm the image of the company and therefore decrease the attractiveness for further investments in the company, and in the long run, therefore, also the profitability of Bayer. Bayer presents also threats such as the new rules made by several bodies such as FDA, which may in turn change completely the spending system of companies such as Bayer. And also the price control over drugs may be a major threat. For instance, the Trump administration made an executive order in order to decrease the prices of the drugs for all American citizens, and this could be very harmful for the revenue of Bayer. Bayer presents also several opportunities such as the undeniable growth of the pharmaceutical industry, which could be beneficial for Bayer, and also new products approval, which could expand the customers. For instance, in 2018, the Chinese government approved a drug of Bayer, and this expanded so much the number of customers and therefore the revenue. And also acquisitions can be considered an opportunity, since they may diversify the products of Bayer and therefore decrease the risk of dependence on a single market.
Let us now have a look at Bayer's strategy. It can be generally said that Bayer strives to outperform the goals it set itself and provides solutions to modern-day challenges. Furthermore, it provides high-quality products to diverse customer needs. Also, the company is structured in segments, which fosters specialization. Also, public branding is a very important part of Bayer's marketing strategy. For example, in 1904, they founded the football club Bayer Leverkusen, which plays in the German Bundesliga. When analyzing the external environment in which Bayer operated, Porter's 5 forces became very important. For example, the bargaining power of suppliers and customers. Since there's many suppliers and only very limited producers, the bargaining power of both customers and suppliers goes down. Furthermore, healthcare is considered essential, and therefore customers are less price sensible, meaning they have also less bargaining power. When looking at the market, it becomes obvious that there's many substitutes. However, customers rely on the high-quality product Bayer offers and therefore remain. Also, the threat of new entrants is very low, since high initial capital is needed. Also, governments have very regulatory measures on the pharmaceutical sector. When considering the degree of rivalry between the competing businesses, it becomes apparent that this degree is very high. This is due to the aforementioned initial high capital investment, which entices the companies to stay in this highly competitive market. Furthermore, there's many established companies which fight for the market share.
Summarize the external factors influencing the organization using the past life framework. The pharmaceutical industry is particularly sensitive to regulatory framework imposed by various political factors. On one hand, the government of the United States in office influences the changes with regards to healthcare. Its repeal, caused by the current administration, caused a decrease in the number of Americans with accessible health care, thus, a decrease in revenue for pharmaceutical companies. On the other, the European Union has created a common procedural framework through the adoption of the Transparency Directive to ensure national pricing and reimbursement decisions are made in a transparent manner and do not disrupt the internal market. Overall, we're witnessing an upward trend in household healthcare spending. The average individual spends an increasing amount of money on medication every year. Moreover, expenditure in medicine is positively correlated with the growth of GDP per capita, meaning that the economic growth stimulated by governments increases the well-being of the population as drugs become more affordable, thus increasing the revenue of pharma companies. Moreover, the North and the Old Continent are facing an aging population who tend to have a larger spending on drugs. Additionally, nearly 40% of adults worldwide are obese, making obesity one of the largest healthcare problems, just after cancer, thus increasing the demand for drugs. Biotechnology is an industry experiencing growth, which will affect the medical field and thus the pharmaceutical industry as well. On one hand, as new medicine is created, pharmaceutical companies might have to offer a wider range of drugs to produce and distribute in order to generate additional revenue. On the other, biotechnology can reduce the demand of drugs, thus reducing the revenue of pharmaceutical companies. Yet, with the exponential growth of technological development, direct advertising has become possible for pharma companies, which permits them to bypass strict TV regulation and to reach a wider audience. Legal barriers are applied with regards to the quality of medicine, safety, and efficacy. Finally, pharmaceutical companies are one of the prime producers of wastewater and air emissions. Due to increased customer awareness, they have to link their business, marketing plans, and implement the corporate social responsibility in order to tackle the environmental issue.
Overall, Bayer AG is one of the biggest pharmaceutical companies around the world, but as all businesses post-COVID-19 have been affected, and this year's sales were reported as 5% lower than the other years. Predicted sales for 2021 are also expected to be even lower than this year. However, as Bayer AG is one of the biggest market holders in the industry, this company will subsist. On last note, Bayer AG recently announced the merger with AskBio in order to fuel gene and cell therapy. Overall, we can say Bayer AG is in a good standpoint thanks to the amount of revenue, success, brand awareness that it has. However, we cannot state what the future holds for this company or any other post-pandemic. Thank you.